This video discusses the use of download scripts on the PC3 controller. If you go to the PC3 controller's web page, Software tab, then down the bottom of that tab there is a Java control called the FTP File Management Tool. This is used for executing download scripts. We'll take a look at the scripts themselves. This is one that has been prepared earlier. Basically they consist of two different commands, the upload command and the delete command. You'll notice the script can have comments started with the double hash mark. Each individual command is made up of multiple lines, and you'll see the 5 lines I've highlighted are the first command. The upload command sends a file to the controller. It consists of a file name, a directory on the local PC where the file is stored, and a destination directory on the controller itself. These are surrounded by the start and end statements. Each line of the same command must have the same number in front of it. Each command should be separated by at least one blank line. The command numbers should be in order starting from 1 and incrementing by 1 each time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so forth. This particular script downloads several files to the controller. PC3 users.txt is a user permissions file, and it defines what users are available to use the web interface and what permissions each of those users have. This script also downloads image.bin and rom.bin files, which are the binary files that make up an iSCRAF kernel firmware download. You'll see further down the script that these 5 files, IDS, ISP, IWB, make up the iSCRAF application download. Just some specific notes about each of the files that we're downloading here. Because PC3 users.txt, image.bin and rom.bin are very special files in terms of that they invoke special handling on the controller. They need a destination directory field set to empty, so it should have nothing after destination. Dest-dir equals then nothing. You can see for image.bin this is the case and rom.bin is the case. For files that need to be downloaded into the root directory, you specify a dot and a /. Similarly for all the other iSCRAF application files, they're going into the root directory, they have a dot and a slash. Local directory names use a /, but because / is regarded as an escape sequence character, every / actually has to be a double / in the local dir field. So all these commands are downloading from the C:PC script directory. If I go to File Explorer, this is where I've put all the files to download to the controller under C:PC3 script. Typically you would put all files that you want to download to the controller into the same directory along with the actual script file itself. It just makes things easier to distribute that way. And if you put them under a directory that is high up in the directory structure under C drive, then it will make things easier when writing the script. So here we have our script file and our files that we want to download to the controller. In the web interface, open the script file. Browse to the directory where the script is stored. Note that the txt extension on the script is not necessary, but it makes it easier to open in a text editor. Once we've opened the script, you can see in the table below it has the commands that are contained within the script file. Note also that for the iSgraph application, I've included delete commands for each of the existing files. This is so that the existing application is removed if there is already one running on the controller. This is not necessary for the special files PC3 users.txt, image.bin and rom.bin. These are the only special files that it is valid for. Normally the script will not overwrite a file if it already exists on the PC3's file system. Hence we need the delete commands before the upload commands of the same file name. I'll now run the script. The output console displays the status of the script running as it goes. Here you can see the script has ended and the session is complete. Now, because this script included a download of the files image.bin and rom.bin, this is regarded as a firmware download script, and hence once the script finishes executing, the controller restarts. This is the same behavior as you would see when using the FTP server and FTP client to download files to the controller, where if you download an image.bin file or a rom.bin file, quitting the FTP session restarts the controller. So the controller is now restarted and is using the new application and iSgraph kernel. This just happened to be the same as the existing kernel on the controller in this case, and we didn't want to change anything. We can see that the last reset reason was a firmware update, and this occurred less than a minute ago.